some sort of progress, you know, or any atrocity that happens, they try to flip it and you know, try to flip it and use it as a positive.
I got you. Hold up. Ambiguity, right? I'll read it for you. It says, people also tend to interpret warnings in the most optimistic way possible, seizing on any ambiguities. So ambiguities, right? It says, ambiguity of information in words, pictures, or other media is the ability to express more than one interpretation. It is generally contrasted with vagueness, in that specific and distinct interpretations are permitted, although some may not immediately apparent, whereas the information that is vague is difficult to form into interpretation at the desired level of specificity. So basically it's saying, you know, anything information like as far as words, pictures, and media, facts, basically documents, if you they won't be really able to interpret that because it's basically vague. All right, basically, that was it.
You know. You got something?
No, I was just living off of that description, Amos 9 and 10, because you read that scripture, but definition that said that pretty much, if you bring it again real fast, I'll read that scripture again. If you want to bring up your definition again, I'll read that scripture again just so we can stay on the topic.
The last point?
Yeah. You know, towards the end.
All right, it says, the assumption, I'll just read from it. The assumption that is made in the case of normalcy bias is that since a disaster never occurred, that it will never occur.
Yeah, it says since the disaster has not occurred, that it will never occur. Okay? Somebody give me the book of Genesis real fast. I want to get that. Go to Sodom and Gomorrah real fast. There's a scripture in Sodom and Genesis when Lot told his his brother-in-laws, he told them that Sodom and Gomorrah was going to be destroyed, and guess what happened? They pretty much perceived them as one that was making mockery, you know. And there's a scripture that goes into that. Somebody speak real fast.
Yeah, I'm sorry. That definition of ambiguity, I didn't get it totally right. It means also doubtfulness or uncertainty of meaning or intention. So, to speak with ambiguity of manner. So, you know, so that's what that kind of means. Yeah.
Right. Yeah, and I'll just read that part again. It says, people also tend to interpret warnings in the most optimistic way possible, seizing on any ambiguities to infer a less serious situation.
Yeah, seizing on any ambiguities, meaning seizing on their doubtfulness, seizing on their uncertainty, and seizing on their intention. Basically, you're leaning on your doubts. So they're gonna lean on something like, well, it can't happen. You know what I mean? This can't really happen. You know. So that's what that means, to clear that up.
Chapter 19.
So, I'm sorry. What's the word? Denial.
12.
That's what it is. They're gonna seize on. They're in denial, basically. Okay. So just to clear that up. All right. And while you guys are looking, I have another term. You had some more, didn't you?
Another. I just break down the. There's another word. Cognitive dissonance. Okay. Which pretty much, I'll just read a couple lines here. It says, cognitive dissonance was first investigated by Leon Festinger, arising out of a participant observation study of a cult which believed that the earth was going to be destroyed by a flood, and what happened to its members, particularly the really committed ones who had given up their homes and jobs to work for the cult. When the flood did not happen, while fringe members were made inclined to recognize that they had been made fools of themselves and put down the experience, committed members were more likely to reinterpret the evidence to show that they were right all along, that the earth was not destroyed because of the unfaithfulness of the other cult members. So pretty much it's making you believe, like I'll give you an example, like when somebody smokes, right, knowing it's bad for you, and the way they cope with it, they say, oh, well, it brings down my stress level. So they're just making up a reason, or they're just trying to, what's that word, trying to rationalize to make themselves feel better for doing something that's knowingly bad.
Causing harm,
okay? An example of that is 9/11. You've got people that in their mind they won't believe the fact that 9/11 was an inside job because they can't deal with the reality of the government actually being capable of doing something like that, you know. So that's what American people suffer from also: cognitive dissonance and normalcy bias. And that's also in the scriptures.
I got an example right here in Genesis 19, verses
12 to 14.
Yeah, 12 to 14. Yeah, sorry,
All right.
12.
Genesis 19 and 12. And the men said unto Lot, hast thou here and besides son-in-law and thy son?
Read that again.
So
Slow it down.
Slack it.
Take your time.
Genesis 19:12. And the men said unto Lot, hast thou here any besides son-in-law and thy sons and thy daughters and whatsoever thou hast in the city, bring them out of this place.
Yeah, so that was right. That was the angels, the Lord sent down to go to Lot. They were giving him a warning. Go ahead.
Yeah.
13. For we will destroy this place because the cry of them and waxing great before the face of the Lord, and the Lord have sent us to destroy it.
So the brother brought out in that definition was a cognitive dissonance.
Yeah.
And normalcy bias is that you have willful ignorance being displayed within those definitions. Go ahead.
All right.
And
14.
then stop right there, because it's like the angels, they told Lot, they're going to destroy this place, Sodom and Gomorrah, aka Sodom and Gomorrah. So to be ignorant of the fact that they're going to destroy that place, that right there, that can't be said, because the angels, they told him. So how can he be ignorant to that fact? So go ahead.
All right. 14. And Lot went out and spake unto his sons-in-law,
Right.
which married his daughters, and said, Up, get you out of this place.
Yeah, he said, get you up out this place, because what? Because what the angels told him what they're going to do to that place, which is destroy it. Go ahead.
All right, slack you. For the Lord will destroy this city.
Right.
But he seemed as one that mocked unto his sons-in-law.
Yeah, it says, but he seemed as ones that mocked unto his sons-in-law. So that's the same thing, with the prophets of today, That right there, that's been fulfilled on a regular basis. When you see the brothers going out to the highways and byways, we see them as people that's making mockery, It's like a sideshow to them. So it's like they're willfully ignorant to that fact. So that right there is a description of incognitive dissonance being displayed right here in the scriptures. It said that he seemed as one that was making mockery. But it's like, how can you not say, that it's not going to happen, and prepare yourself, because here it is, he's putting the knowledge out there, which means just to know something. He's putting the knowledge out there of what's going to happen, but you're willfully ignorant to it. So therefore, that's a clear example of a cognitive dissonance that the brother brought out in the definition, as pertaining to the scriptures. You got that, brother.
That's beautiful. You got something? Go ahead.
Right, and there's two examples of that. There's one you just read. There's an example when Noah, he told them about it. He told them it was going to rain. They didn't believe it. Why? Because it never happened before. Right? And I got Peter's. Were you at this? Get Peter's?
You can read Peter's, and I got a definition.
Right, and there's I'll just read this, right? This is another example of normalcy bias, right? It says, this is 2 Peter 3 and 3. 3 and 3. It says, knowing this first, that there shall come in the last days scoffers walking after their own lusts. Right, and that's going on today. Their own lust. The scoffers saying, oh, the Bible's not real, what you're saying is not going to happen. That's a form of cognitive dissonance right there. Right? And it says, and saying, where is the promise of his coming? For since the fathers fell asleep, all things continue as they were from the beginning of the creation. For this they willingly are ignorant of the word of the Most High. The heavens were of old, and the earth standing out of the water and in the water. Right. So that first line, hits it home. It says, for this they were willingly ignorant of. Okay. And what are they willingly ignorant? That's what the whole show's about. The willingly ignorant, the people that choose not to believe, the people that choose not to know, because ignorant means
not have knowledge of something,
not to know, or have no knowledge. So these people are willingly ignorant to the fact that this place America is going to be destroyed. The so-called white man being a devil depicted of in the Bible. They're willingly ignorant of that things, and all they're doing, like we were going into before, is they're just playing a role, okay, in the Most High's video game. Okay.
You got something, bro?
I had something. What is it? They're settled in their lees. That's in Zechariah or Zephaniah,
We'll
right?
try to get that. You got something?
Yeah, I got a quick precept because you know the Bible tells you, clearly to not be ignorant. You know, and the scripture's gonna prove it. This is Sirach, the 5th chapter and the 15th verse. It says, "Be not ignorant of anything in a great matter or small."
Oh, nice.
You know, all small. You know, so just because something may not seem like it's holding no kind of
right.
weight, still you have to take heed to it. You know. You have to take heed to both the great things and the small things, you know, within the society. You know, that's why the elders, they tell you brothers, you know, to you got to get into, you know, geopolitics, things like that. You got to get into, you know, different kinds of events that are occurring throughout the earth. You got to get into the monetary system and things like that. The monetary system, brother. You know, you got to get into the monetary system because the Bible tells you not to be ignorant of anything in a great matter or a small matter. And furthermore, it tells you in 1 John, the 2nd chapter, it says, you have a holy unction, you know all things.
Right.
So it just tells you in Sirach, you can't be ignorant of anything in a great matter or a small matter, man. So you constantly have to be you have to be searching. Like it tells you in Daniel, many shall run to and fro, and knowledge shall be increased, you know. So that's you know, that's when to bring that point out. You gotta go back.
Yeah, that's what the scriptures say. We always bring out in Isaiah 33:6, it says, "Wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times." Okay, wisdom and knowledge is very powerful, man, and it comes in steps. To the ways to wisdom is there's steps to it. First of all, you have to understand, and to understand something is to comprehend. And when you comprehend something, it means to agree with it. You don't understand anything if you don't agree. That's why the deepest thing in the scriptures is the understanding. You people read the Bible, but you don't have no understanding on the Bible, man. In the churches, you idiots out there calling yourself Israelites and teaching that the so-called white man can be saved, that the man is above the woman, all right? That the Lord is come back, you know, or go to college or whatever have you, you know.
Being in society.
Being in society, all right. Basically, that's not an understanding of the Bible, man. All right. And when you have understanding, what do you get it from that? Much understanding gives you knowledge. When you understand something, what does that mean? That means you know it, doesn't it?
Yep.
All right. And knowledge means to know. Once you know something enough, what does that turn in? It turns into deep insight.
I got a slack. I'm sorry, bro.
Hold on, brother. It turns into deep insight. All right, or judgment, because you know so much about it that now you're able to judge them because you have the knowledge on it, and that turns into wisdom. All right, so that's the steps of this, man. That's why Isaiah 33:6, wisdom and knowledge is the stability of thy times, and that's what's going to keep you stable and standing on strong in these last days. And what is it talking about? Wisdom and knowledge of the Bible, man. Wisdom and knowledge of your power and of the Lord. And that the Lord only chose the children of Israel, okay? That's what's going to keep you, that's the ultimate knowledge on the planet Earth, man. All right, but you had something?
Yeah, because, you know, I learned this from El Tahar. El Tahar, he brought out, you know, a long time ago. Well, El Tahar brought out a long time ago, you know, the scripture in Revelation 1 and 3, it says, blessed is he that readeth, you know. A lot of people, they take that word for granted. They take that word read it for granted because just because you can read something doesn't mean you can understand it.
Yeah, it's called reading comprehension. They don't comprehend it, man.
Because that word there in the Greek, I looked it up on my phone. In the Blue Letter Bible, the word is anaginosko. That's that Greek word there, and it means to distinguish between, to recognize, to know accurately, to acknowledge. Okay, so it says to know accurately. So the Lord said, you know, in John 7:38, he said, if you believe on me, you gotta believe he that believed on me, as the scripture have said, you know, I was belly full of rivers of living water, you know.
That's what this site's named after that script. You know, because what is that? That talks about the truth, man. This is what this is about, man. Truth and lies. All right, this is what this is all about, man. And the Most High gave us a manual. He gave us a little help on this planet, man. Here it is. He took away everything from us: our mind, our power, our knowledge, our glory in the heavens when we created the whole universe, and he put us on this planet. He took away everything from us, but he didn't. He gave us the knowledge still on this planet Earth, man. All right, he gave us this the manuscript, the manual to life, which basically is he's showing us nothing can separate us from him, nothing, not even basically death, because we're really dead right now. Here it is, he took away everything from us, he put us in the flesh, which is death. Not even death could separate us from the Lord. It tells you that in Romans 8 and 32, I believe. 8:34. Matter of fact, get that real fast and just read it through, just to prove it. Oh, you get it real quick. Just real fast, all right? Okay, another good example of that is the movie Thor.
35.
Remember the movie Thor when he punished Thor?